All right, welcome back, brothers and sisters. We are green and we are dropping names. This is going to be one you're going to want to send out because we have yet another instance of a little teensy weensy bit of betrayal on doing something that we've wanted for a very long time. What I'm about to show you is an article that was linked in AmmoLand News. We have somebody in the industry who, in addition to the previous entity that we discussed, is lobbying to get suppressors still, of course, restricted, but just lower the fees. So now you don't pay as much money, but you still have the restrictions in place. Yeah, we're going to walk through the entire thing. It's all linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one. And please make sure you send this out because, guys, the sausage making in this process, which is so crucial, is fully underway. And it only goes the way you want it if you get involved. Everything is linked in the description box below, from the individuals who are guilty of it, to the Ways and Means chairman who can push it, to the individuals involved, and the article. Everything is right down there in the description. I always bring the receipts, and hit that subscribe button because YouTube is really trying the censorship thing, and you guys are stuffing it right in the face, and thank you for doing that. Like, share, subscribe, let's get it. Okay, we're going to jump right into this, guys, and I want to say something on the onset while you guys are getting in here. Good stuff. Audio, video, excellent. In this process of getting these bills, the Hearing Protection Act and the Short Act, both of these things are crown jewels of our desires. In getting these things out of the Ways and Means Committee, we're all forming a function. We're all performing a function. We're all providing a certain add to the end result, to getting what we want get done. Okay? There are certain things that we can tell you. There's certain things we can't. And the reason that I'm addressing this is some people have expressed frustration in the cryptic nature of some of the things that we're releasing. It's because we're protecting our sources. If we burn our sources and we burn all the leverage points that we have, we can't get what we need to get done. Trust me, all will become clear at the end of this whole sausage making process. But what we're doing right now is the very best that we can of what we can. Okay, and you guys have been asking for names, and I've got names for you right here. There's going to be names in this one, and don't worry, that other thing isn't going away either. All right, here we go. This is from AmmoLand News, and we dropped myself out of the frame. I am not what's important. This is on my X profile. You can tag me at Braden LOA. The Hearing Protection Act is being gutted behind closed doors. This is the really important piece to this. There's lots of stuff, but this is a big part of it. Representative David Kustoff, this is a representative Republican from Tennessee, is pushing for a $5 tax stamp instead of removing suppressors from the NFA entirely. And it's not anti-gun lobbyists behind it. Again, I'm reading this. I'm not teasing this. They're teasing this, okay? So you have to understand at the very high level, and then I'm going to get into the article where the names are dropping. You've got on one hand, one option, hey, suppressors removed from the NFA completely. And then on the other option, you've got suppressors stay in the NFA, still under regulation, still behind the archaic law, but you lower the fee. Those are the two options here. These are the juxtaposed options, which is why we're diving into this so hard. You're seeing a unified front start to pop up. You've got Jared hit this, I've hit this, Curtis has hit this at VSO. We're all doing this because this is an important piece to this, okay? Now, it turns out that Chris Cox, former NRA ILA head and now paid lobbyist, is working against full deregulation of suppressors. This could kill the best chance we've had in years, I say decades, but years, to strike a blow to the NFA. Now, they say something here, and again, everything you're going to need is linked. Gun owners need to wake up and contact your reps now. There's a link in the description box below, along with all the individuals' X profiles and phone numbers and the committees. It's all there, and you have to call today because this process is starting imminently. Call today, even though it's the weekend. X, post, easy, phone, boom. Tag these people. Express your displeasure. Politely express what you want in here for the reps that are the chairmans, and for people who are doing things that are probably not great on behalf of a lobbying firm. Yeah, maybe you could express yourself there too. It's all in the description box. Let's get in. All right. Sources say that lobbyist Chris Cox and Representative Kustoff, again, Republican Tennessee, all linked, pushing to keep suppressors on the NFA, not off of it. Keep in mind the juxtaposition here. It's either off the NFA or it's on the NFA with a lower fee. I don't give a crap about the fee. I want that bad boy off. It's an unconstitutional law. Let's get it out of here. Okay? That's the important level that we're talking about. Again, we're all hitting this because this is big. Let's get in here. David Kustoff, or a Republican in Tennessee, has been actively pushing to lower the tax stamp to $5 from $200, which would be a welcome change, but the better alternative is to remove suppressors completely from the National Firearms Act of 1934. That's the NFA, of course you guys know that. That would eliminate the tax stamp fee and remove all other NFA requirements. No tax stamp fee, it's not in there anymore. That's what we're talking about here. The option is the best option for gun owners, yet he is pushing the latter and is against the elimination of suppressors from the NFA. This is a sitting Republican from Tennessee. Linked in the description. You can tag him. And you can call the Ways and Means. Everything's down there. Representative Kustoff's constituents include a substantial percentage of gun owners. His push to keep suppressors on the NFA does not make sense unless outside forces are putting pressure on his office to lower the fee to $5 instead of completely removing them from the NFA. Anti-gun groups will be lobbying to keep the status quo, meaning the pressure is most likely coming from the pro-gun side. MLN News has been provided with the name of the lobbyist pushing for a fee reduction instead of elimination from the NFA by our sources inside the House Ways and Means Committee. Here it is. Heavy lobbying is being done by the former head of the NRA's Institute for Legislative Action, Chris Cox, a paid lobbyist. Cox is working to lower the tax stamp fee to $5 and keep suppressors on the NFA. I told you in this video the names will be dropping. Names are going to start dropping. But this right here is the first one on the palette. The current NRA ILA has pushed for the removal of the suppressors, so even the NRA is behind this. And Cox's actions are contrary to that stance. Mr. Cox no longer has any connections to the NRA. Mr. Cox has also lobbied for a gun company that produces suppressors, which has strongly advocated removing silencers from the NFA and could make millions of dollars if the hearing protection item is delisted from the NFA. Translation: the people that this guy, Chris Cox, has lobbied for would stand to make tremendous amounts of money off of the production and distribution of suppressors if the NFA were deregulated, like suppressors specifically, were deregulated from the NFA. So he's going against the interest of people he's lobbied for. That's what they're saying here. Again, this is all linked article right down there. It's all AMOLand. Okay? Let me keep on going because this is the stuff where it gets really important for you guys to be active. X profiles, call on a Sunday. X, do it now. It's linked right down there. Click it. I hyperlinked it. The question AMOLand News is asking is who, if anyone, is paying for the lobbying. AMOLand News is getting close to that answer, but has not been able to get confirmation of the rumors we are hearing. Again, this is indication of all the sausage making that we've been kind of telling you what we can, telling you what we can, basically holding back what we can until the right time, preserving the leverage in order to get what we want. I can tell you personally, from the inside of this process, we have been able to achieve, again, we, the gun owners, have been able to achieve things that I have never seen happening, which will come out all at the end of this process. But it's because you guys are trusting and you're doing the calling and the reaching out. This is why this is so important, because the sausage making and the horse trading is all the rage right now behind the scenes. Okay? And trust me, all will come to light. Eliminating suppressors from the NFA and reducing the tax fee could both appear as separate provisions in the final markup. So they could just put both of them in there. If the bill passes the House, the Senate will determine which version to adopt if that happens. We don't want that. Don't give them the easy off-road to give the $5 tax stamp fee from $200. Give them the only one option that says remove them completely. While this isn't the ideal outcome, it's far better than having the language removing suppressors from the NFA excluded entirely, leaving only the $5 tax stamp. That's not what we want, and there is an entire script of what to say right here in this article. It's all linked, including all the actual numbers, all the X profiles, everything. Gun owners still have time to pressure Kustoff and other House Ways and Means Committee members to include the original text of the HPA without the option of just lowering the tax stamp fee to $5. This HPA bill is the closest gun owners have ever been to dismantling part of the NFA. We are this close. We've already gotten rid of one Spectre betrayal situation. We've taken care of that. We've muted that one. Again, more to come in the future. I've already alluded to it in a previous video on Friday. Now, this one is something that is in the public. It's right here, and a name is dropping. More will come, and I promise you, anybody who's watching this, there are multiple conversations from multiple creators who are talking about how this goes forward after this whole process. Because this stuff right here is not acceptable. Again, if you're just now tuning in, this guy, Chris Cox, is lobbying, we don't know who on behalf of, to get a fee reduction for a basically infringing NFA or over a removal of suppressors from the NFA. Guys, what's on the table right now is removal of suppressors from the NFA. That's what's on the table right now. And this guy, along with whoever's paying him, is saying maybe we should just keep it and just, maybe to get $5, to get a little, let the plebeians and the peons, let them eat cake kind of situation from $200 to $5. Who doesn't love that? I don't. Let's get rid of it completely and I can keep my money and I keep my rights. Thank you. That's what we're dealing with right now. All right, let me jump into the into the comments over here. John Crump News, the guy that wrote this article, is a pretty good writer. And if you guys did not catch it, I'll even cite it for him because I like me some John Crumpy right here. Boom. John Crump wrote it. So the guy who actually wrote this article is in the chat. You guys can express your thanks to him right now if you would like. But this is what we're talking about. We are at the finish line. This next week is going to be a big freaking week. You got to call today. You got to tag people in profiles. You can tag me on there, at Braden LOA. All their X profiles are right down there. You can see them in the description box below. The phone number is available. The individual is included. Chris Cox's is included. Guys, do what you do politely, efficiently, and en masse, because we are going to get our rights back. And we are this freaking close. Now's the time to pour it on, not let off. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this content. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.